Hey guys, I'm a Raspberry Pi lover, and today I'm going to introduce how to use your Raspberry Pi 400 as a keyboard for your iPad. And thanks to Michael Lynch, he has contributed to this awesome work. And today I'm going to use his solution to use the Raspberry Pi 400's keyboard. So let's start. First, you need to meet his website, and he has clearly explained all the steps you need to do, and it's really simple. And let's see. First, we need to get into our Raspberry Pi OS and then open the terminal and follow the steps. We need to install several packages. We need to we need to create a Python virtual environment, and we execute a Flask web server. After that, we can interact with the web server, and the web server will detect the Raspberry Pi 400 keyboard's input and then send the signal through the OTG line to the iPad or to the target devices. That's how it works. And this will work because the Type-C iPad supports the OTG, and also the Raspberry Pi 400 has a OTG port on its Type-C port, and that's why. So let's see how it works. Let's turn on the VNC. You need to previously install the Raspberry Pi OS on your Raspberry Pi, and you have to set up other things. Since I has previously installed all of this, so I can simply use my iPad as a monitor. Okay, what we need to do is that to follow the steps provided by Michael Lynch. So let's start. First, you need to execute sudo apt update, and since I have update already, and I will skip this step. And second, you need to do the upgrade, and that's the same. I have done this before, so I will skip this step. If you're clean installed your Raspberry Pi OS, and it takes several minutes to finish the steps. Also, after that, we need to install some packages such as Git. This will help us pull the repository created by Michael Lynch, and then Python pip. This is a package manager for Python, and also Python 3 venv, which means the virtual environment creator. We need to create a virtual environment that install the Flask web server for us to run the HID. HID means the human interface devices. And since I have installed all the packages before, so let's move on to the next step. After that, we need to pull the repository created by Michael Lynch. The website is provided by http://github.com/mt/lynch/keyminepi.git. Since I have done this before, so the repository exists. So let's move on to the next step. You need to go into the directory, okay, and then you need to do sudo enable sudo /enable USB HID. I always have a typo, sudo. Okay. This will take several seconds, so be patient. Okay, and then you simply reboot your Pi, and I will skip this step. Also, we're now inside the directory, which is the repository provided by Michael Lynch, and we need to execute this code. So how to do that? We need to get into the environment. So let's use this command, Python 3 -m venv. Okay, this creates a virtual environment, and then we activate the virtual environment. Activate. Okay, and now we're executing the code inside the virtual environment. We need to first install packages like Flags or other Python packages. So we can use the code provided by Michael Lynch, requirement and requirements.txt, and this will help you to install all the packages needed. But I have done this before, so let's move on. If you're installing this package for the first time, it will take several minutes. And then all you need to do is to start the web server on port whatever you like. Let's say on port 8000, and /app/man.py, and press enter. Okay, and this will start a web server. So let's open the web browser and type localhost 8000. It leads you to a web server on Flask, and on this website you can press any key and the signal will be sent to your iPad. Let's see. Let's open Notion. Okay, and I'm typing through my Raspberry Pi 400. That's amazing. And I can type English and also Chinese. And all the shortcut can work, but you need to have some setup, such as you need to go into the settings and the assistant usage and press keyboard, choose this commands and modify the hotkey. Since the control is not the command key as in the iOS or the Mac OS, but we need to use command through the GUI key. But if I press this key, then I'm no longer using Raspberry Pi 400's keyboard to control my iPad. Why? That's because I need to reconnect to the VNC server, so let's wait for several seconds. That's because as long as I press this GUI key, the Raspberry Pi will open a starting menu, and then we're now not interacting with the web server. So the web server will not detecting the keyboard input for us in order to control the iPad. So what we need to do is to avoid pressing the GUI key when we are using the keyboard for iPad, and change the hotkey for iPad. So I can change the control to command and still using the hotkey provided by iPad OS. Okay, and that's all for today, and thanks for watching this tutorial, and many thanks to Michael Lynch. He has contributed to this awesome work, and hope you and all the Raspberry Pi lover will like this method. Thank you very much.